Hey guys, Mike Toy, Bonsai Boise. So in this video, I'm gonna trim up my juniper. I've had this juniper for about 3 years now, and it's really taken off. In particular, it's taken off just since my last repotting. I think I repotted this just a few months ago, in June, maybe somewhere around that time frame, May or June. It's mid-September now, so I took it out of its old pot, put it in this deeper pot because I'm going for a cascading look. And just since then, it's put on a ton of new growth. So I'm very happy with that. It's put on so much new growth, in fact, that it's all kinds of shaggy and out of sorts. So I'm going to give it a little haircut heading into winter time. I'm trying to do it, well, I shouldn't say heading into winter time, but heading into fall pretty soon. And my reasoning is I want to do it now, give it time to heal up a little bit going into winter time. So that's my thought process. So come with me. I'll walk you through kind of my vision for it, and then we'll do a little trim. All right. So my vision for this is I'm going to try to get this brought down an inch or two and have a more rounded top, so it's not all over the place. I know a lot of people do these sort of a diamond shape where it goes up and then down like this. I'm not doing that. I'm doing a more of a rounded top. And then right here, you can see where my hand is there. This is going to be what I call the nose. I've just always called it the nose. So it's going to be around the top, coming down to this nose like this. And then this is going to be the cascading branch. So it's actually growing in the exact way that I've wanted it to grow. So that's a first. Usually you have to wire and trim and everything. This is just doing it on its own. So good job, little juniper. So the cascading branch is going to come down and eventually come back this way, and then maybe just do a little, just a smooth, subtle, kind of a current almost. That's the vision that I have for it. So got some perfect branching right here where it already splits off into two. I'm going to give this part the trim, and then this front, see if I can give you a good look. So I've always had it where it's kind of just a sheared off look, almost like you just took the tree and just chopped it right in half and just got rid of that half. I've always liked this, just the way that I went with it, and it's been working out. But it's really starting to fill in there now, so I've got to make some decisions and make some cuts there because some of these branches are just coming straight out. So I don't know exactly how that's going to go yet. I'm just going to try to cut it back so that I don't have to lose too much branching down there, but we'll see how it goes once I get there. And then the bottom, I've got some branches going down, so I'm going to get rid of those so that it's more of a flat bottom right here, and it's kind of uniform from here going all the way to about there, more or less. And then I've got some little dead branches in there too that I'm going to get rid of. So yeah, that's the idea. As far as the cascading branch, I'm just going to trim it down a little bit and get it into shape so it's not so wild and scraggly and, crazy looking. I don't want to cut off too much, but I do want to just get it back into decent shape because it's just starting to look more like a bush than an actual, manicured bonsai tree. So I'm going to go ahead and dive in. I'll walk you through some of the cutting, but I'll put it in fast forward. That way, it's a little bit less tedious for you to watch. You can just kind of see what I'm doing in fast forward, and then we'll do a quick recap at the end. So let's go. All right, so there it is. So I did a little bit of tiny little touch-up work off camera just because I kept trying to wrap it up, and then I see one little thing and one little thing and one little thing, and so I didn't want to bore everybody with the tediousness of all that. But here it is in a nutshell. So it's not perfect because of the fact that it's growing so vigorously right now. It's not growing evenly. So there's, you're going to see some spots here. I'll give you a spin. You'll see like a little dead spot right there and right here. Not much I can do about that right now other than just get it trimmed back into shape and then let it grow and let it fill in again. A couple things I'll point out. So just to show you this. So this is the cascading branch. This is the nose. I just wanted to get this rounded look coming out to here. And then this branch here is going to grow outwards and then sort of wave and flow down. A couple things I'll point out. One, I did some of what I'm about to say you shouldn't do, which is you should not typically hedge prune a juniper. I did that a little bit. I tried to avoid it as much as possible, but when you do, let me see if I can find you an example here. If you look right here, see these brown tips? That's how you get brown tips, is when you hedge prune it. So in other words, when you cut right through the tiny little needles, it causes that needle to turn brown. So when you just do this, you're just cutting right through needles and everything, and so you end up getting this brown look. So what you want to try and do is get in there as much as you can and get down at the base of that tiny little branch that you're trying to get and get it right at the base. That way you're not cutting any needles and you don't get any brown tips. So that's one thing that I'll point out. I did some of it, so I just want to point out that that's not really the way you want to do it. It's kind of inevitable in certain spots. I just kind of had to get it into shape, so I did. And I'll live with the result. But anyways, that's it right there. So this is my juniper, my soon-to-be cascading juniper. It's taken off real well since I repotted it. Too well, in fact, so much so that I can't keep up with it. So I'll give you one last spin here. So that's it. So if you got anything out of this, or if you enjoyed it, please click like and subscribe on the channel. You can see updates on this, and you can see some of the previous work that I've done on this one in the playlist, in the Juniper playlist. And then you can see updates on it as it goes along. I try to post updates, whether good or bad, even when I do something stupid and, kill a tree, for example. I'll usually post something like, don't do this. So hopefully there's something to be learned there. But otherwise, yeah, I appreciate everybody who does like and subscribe. So thank you. And if you have any good tips or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments. I try to reply to everybody as much as I can. So thanks for watching. Have a good night.